Welcome to Wild Breakaway. I'm Audra Martin, joined by Wes Walls. The homestand comes to an end for the Minnesota Wild. Unfortunately, the struggles did not come to an end. 8 straight games, 8 straight losses for this team. We saw some things kind of turn around a little bit in the recent games for this team, but today it looked like they came out nervous, timid, not ready to play this game.
Yeah, it's to be expected a little bit. Obviously, a lot of players are struggling, squeezing the sticks, struggling to make plays offensively. And like you mentioned, especially early in the game, the Wild picked up a couple power plays and lost some key faceoffs in their own zone. And then trying to get back into the offensive zone early in games on the power play was very, very difficult, making 3 or 4 passes. So you can obviously, you can sense and see the team is struggling with their confidence without a doubt right now.
Well, here's a look at tonight's final stats. For the 4th straight game, the Wild out shooting their opponents, but coming up with a loss. A 4-2 your final score tonight. The 5-game stretch with a power play goal for the Wild also coming to an end tonight, but good news, keeping one of the league's best power plays in check. Big goose egg for Boston on the advantage tonight. So one of the questions following this game is Mike Yeo safe? Well, he was asked point blank that question following the game, and here's what he had to say.
I'm a realist, and you can't lose every game and expect to think that there's not going to be changes. So I'm operating under the assumption that I'll be the coach tomorrow, and I know what I'm going to do, and it's going to be something different from what we've done. That's what happens when you lose. You're looking for a response. You need a response, and so you can try to, whether it's change players, whether it's change coach, whether it's you don't do anything. You're either going to get a response from the group and you're going to change things, or you're not, and you're not going to change things. And that's what we need right now. We need a response because that was not good enough.
Here's a look at the upcoming schedule for the Wild. Tomorrow, a day off for Valentine's Day. Then Monday, they hit the road to head to Canada. Up first, it's a game against Vancouver. Yes, this is maybe an easier stretch of games than we've seen recently for this team, but you can never overlook any team, no matter who it is.
Yeah, of course, and especially if you're the Minnesota Wild and you've lost 12 of 13 or whatever. I mean, they should be looking at nobody going, that's an easy part of the schedule. But just like Mike Yeo had talked about, you need leaders around the locker room to step up and take the reins. So the Minnesota Wild, obviously, this is a nice opportunity for them to get away from a bit of the pressure that's going on right now in St. Paul and see if they can pile up a couple wins on the road.
Well, Mike Yeo hinted that there may be some changes coming from him. We'll see what those changes might be. 8:30 is when we kick the road trip off for Wild Live as they get ready to take on the Vancouver Canucks. We'll see you then. In the meantime, for Wes Walls, I'm Audra Martin. Thanks for joining us on Wild Breakaway.